Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. Alright, let's talk about what is happening this particular week because they just released the July 31st routine maintenance. So what is this going to be all about? So you can see we're going to have a new event altogether. So Rerun School Crisis is going to have a new update. Very cool. Alright, that's going to be a very unique one. As you can see, we have had this event before, so it's going to be I believe, let's see, I think they mentioned right here that it's going to be a dark season. So make sure you guys prepare your dark type characters. That's going to be very important. Glacier, Schoolgirl is going to rerun. Wait, is she rerunning? I know she was featured previously, right? So we'll have a look at that in particular. Let's see. So there's a new field quest called the Capture Glutty one, and then Fin Hunter is going to be a light type. Okay, so you gotta prepare your dark type characters. I strongly believe if you guys manage to obtain ROU, which is the attack type from last year, she's going to be one of the better characters. So you gotta pay attention to her. She's going to be one of the stronger characters to consider in the dark type characters, right? If not, then maybe Celia and Eclipse is going to be pretty strong. I guess Ileana if you want to run like a physical team alongside with Cry, but there's not much option for those outside of those particular one that I mentioned, right? ROU's costume, the free costume, this particular one, insanely strong. This is going to be one of the best one. Ideally, it does a lot of damage, can also increase crit rate as well. But some people might not have access to this, and I get it. If you didn't play last year during the during the anniversary, this was given out for free, right? So that's something that you gotta like pay attention to. Public holiday in Korea, the season's events will be moved up by 1 day from the original schedule. Please be mindful of the update schedule to avoid any confusion. Okay, there's a public holiday in Korea. I have no idea about that. So Cherry Blossom Evil Spirit, so that's going to be the new Fin Hunter. Okay, so alongside with that, this is going to be the new Staff Season Bonus Event Costume. So Medical Club Therese, Glacier, Disciplinary Game Club RAFINA, and White Cat ROU. Okay. So they are also going to be adjusting some of the creatures in the Tower of Salvation. Now I am aware that Tower of Salvation can be a little bit... I haven't played for the last couple of days actually. I just got busy with other games and stuff. But I'll be honest with you guys, it is going to be something that's fun in the first couple of weeks when they release it, right? But obviously it's starting to get a little bit tedious because you can do 3 times a day, which is fine. But I feel like I think it needs to be a weekly thing rather than a daily thing. Like instead of a daily reset, they need to make it like a weekly reset. But that's just my personal opinion regarding it, right? So I know that different people are going to have different perspective about this. But as you can see, Rotten Orc counter attack multiplier reduced from 300% to 25%, etc. So they're going to try to like adjust some of the monsters, some of the characters right there. Let's see. Melted Slime Prison Doctor, skill range updated from self to allies. Interesting. Pure damage is going to reduce for the spider. Remove silence immunity for Sticky Hell. Okay, Wicked Assassin. Remove the buff effects, I assume, but the multiplier gets increased. Remove beneficial effects, multiplier increase. Okay, a lot of characters are getting like changed a little bit. They remove their buff, but they increase the multiplier. Huh. Very interesting. Alright, we're constantly reviewing feedback of the Tower of Salvation. We're currently in the first trial season, so we're not going to make any major improvements, and that's totally fine. Just tweaks to the enemy formations in some battles, but we're considering a variety of improvements for the second season. Here's what we're currently looking at. Going to add a Ray Challenge feature, going to add a Quick Battle feature, changing the way rankings are calculated to be based on high scores, change to start at a certain level if you have previous season's clearance record, adding artifacts, nerf low level difficulty. Okay, that's very interesting. So let's talk about the character that's coming in the banner. So White Cat ROU. This is by far one of my favorite costumes to use in PvP. Now if you care about PvP, I would say this is going to be one of the better one. So why is that, right? Number one, let's talk about this a little bit. If you upgrade this costume to +3, it's going to become a 1 SP. So if you can afford to get this and you care about PvP, this is going to be one of the few ones that you should consider. Actually, let me just jump into the game and show you guys from here so that it's easier. Okay. So what does this costume do? As you can see, quite a number of things right there, right? So for 2 turns, you have a 75% chance to evade the enemy's attack. So 75% chance is a decent chance, it's not 100%, but still can be quite annoying to you know, for in a PvP, right? For a 1-cost character, she's quite annoying to deal with, right? So each successful evasion reduces the chance to evade by 5%. So she deals physical damage and she knocks the enemies back 3 square. Usually if there's one position enemy behind, almost always, I've never seen the other enemy that get knocked back survive. They always die in that hit. So something that's very, very impactful. So she pretty much secures for 1 SP. I think if you have one enemy that, unless it's only one enemy in that particular lane, but in most cases, she's almost always securing the kill based on my experience, right? So if the knockback target collides, it deals physical damage based on 150% of their max HP to the collided target. So she also deal, you know, another damage based on the attack every turn for 6 turns. So that's going to be some DOT that she does. So she's a very strong character, alright? So I believe at +4, +3 to +4, I believe it's just the damage increase from 150 125 to 200 125 and to 200 175. Okay. So it's just slightly more damage. Based on my experience, even at +3, it's more than enough, right? Now, of course, if you upgrade this one, to get this up, is 162, 165. Very interesting. So it does increase the max HP. It does scale off max HP though. So it's not something that you can basically like do much. But it's not that good against bosses because some bosses can't be pushed back, right? I do think that this is a very PvP oriented costume. Now if you care about PvP a lot, consider her. She's definitely one of the top. Let me see actually, I'm kind of curious. You can basically check right here. If you guys are not aware, in the home, you go to popular costume right here, you click, and then you go in the PvP section. And then you can check, right, based on the rankings. So let's have a look at Grandmaster. Is ROU famous? I can see Pool Party Justia there. Surprisingly, very interesting. Pool Party Justia, Sherazad and Zenith is number 1. B-Rank Idol Helena and White Cat ROU. As you can see, now Red Hat ROU is more for defense, White Cat ROU is more for offense. Let's see, on defense, Grand Heal Day is like dominating. Alright, that's pretty interesting. I guess she also gives crit rate, she makes a more defensive team with the energy gun and stuff. DJ Vinaka is quite high. Surprising. I'm quite surprised not many people get the Emerging Desire Roxy, but Pool Party Justia. Very interesting. I am honestly surprised that she is dominating right there, right? So again, whether you want to pull for White Cat ROU is going to be dependent on how often you play PvP, but in most cases, she's not a must-have. That's just pretty much it, right? She's a standard banner character, can slowly try to get her from spooks in the future. Now, as you can see, we also have Game Club RAFINA. Now, that is the one that I would recommend you guys to get. Now, Game Club RAFINA is a very, very strong character, right? Why is she strong? She's similar to Livia. She's an amplifier if you're looking to amplify characters for physical team. Alright? Now, some of you guys maybe play during the collab. If you play during the collab, you don't need her as much, alright, because you have one more alternative. But right now, she's the best character that can increase targets incoming physical damage by 100%. So the other character that competes with her is going to be this girl right here. Alright, Aris. So this particular costume also does something similar. Increase targets incoming physical damage by 150%. Now obviously Game Club RAFINA still have bigger AoE, so there's that, right? I do think that that's going to be something that you have to consider. Have I maxed it? Yeah, I did. So that's the only one that I didn't get. Alright, that's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I feel like Game Club RAFINA is a character that I think is a better fit for most players if you care about PvE. Now ROU for PvP. Definitely those are the ones. Okay, let's look at Powder of Hope shop. So we got don't look at the gear, look at this one, right? So this one will be Track and Field Loen, B-Rank Idol Helena, Captain Livia, White Cat ROU, and then Game Club RAFINA will be added here. Okay, so it pretty much has 1 or 2 whole weeks to rest for a little bit, and then Eclipse coming later on, Neon Stalker, Leatrice as well. But yeah, I'm definitely appreciative of the developers that now we have enough time to save up a little bit of extra gems, right? So kudos to the devs for that. Hopefully, in case you guys are not aware, after these 2, then they will do like 4 swimsuit characters. So that's the one that you want to look out for. Remember, during the developers notes, they've announced that before. If you guys miss it, right? So there will be 4 more swimsuits coming later this month. Stay tuned for that later in August. So that's the one that I'm looking forward to. Alright, so with that being said, that's going to be it pretty much for this week. Little bit of a chill week, but I do appreciate it. So with that being said, have a nice day. Goodbye. And don't forget to subscribe. Alright, see you guys in the next one.